Hello, Patrick. How are you
I'm
today?
well. I'm well. It's once again weird to talk to you during the daytime, but here we are on a beautiful Saturday behind the computer screen. We'll get the radiation from the screen rather than the solar radiation outside. But hello to you, sir. Hello to everybody else watching this after the fact. And welcome to this is it. This is the last scenario for On to Richmond, scenario number 7, Retreat to the James. It has a hopeful and yet ominous sound to that title. This is the first of our two playthroughs. So on this one, I will be taking the Union forces, and Roger will be taking the Confederate forces there on the north side of the river and to the west of, still defending Richmond. As we do with each and every one of these scenarios, we will just do the historical information first, and then we'll kind of go briefly, as quickly as I can yammer on, through the special rules for this one. There's not a lot to this one, but there are a couple of interesting little things that they need to do that we will get to do to simulate the setup. Basically, this will bookend what we started with Gaines Mill. It's sort of the second and third days of the 7 days, and then all of the 7 days, which you've seen over the last couple of videos. And finally, this one will be the last 3 days. So here's our historical setup. During the last 3 days of the 7 days, Lee had a golden opportunity to cripple McClellan's army during its retreat to the James. However, Lee's plan to trap McClellan was flawed. The rebels' pursuit ended with the disastrous assault on Malvern Hill, marking the effective end of the Peninsula Campaign. That is our set piece for this. This is going to use the north and south maps once again, so we have a lot of real estate to cover. And as I mentioned, it is a 3-turn scenario, so we're going to be doing June 29th through July 1st. However, we've sweated out two previous scenarios here where we've had to deal with rain. Today, there will be no rain. We've got a beautiful sunny forecast for the next 3 days, so ample marching time for both sides. So that is rule number 1 there in the special rules. Don't worry about random events in this one. Rule number 2 is we've got all the destroyed bridges indicated there. Obviously, that will be important for crossing the Chickahominy River because all of the fords across the Chickahominy are still impassable. That means the rain has still swollen the Chickahominy River, so only crossing at permanent or pontoon bridges. Speaking of which, I've got a pontoon bridge as the Confederates here down south of Richmond, just like we've seen before. So really the only one that needs to be concerned with that is Holmes coming out of Drury's Bluff. So speaking of bridges, this will be a central point to this. We see Jackson and D.H. Hill there, right up against the north bank of the Chickahominy River. And what they're attempting to do is have their engineers reconstruct some of the either remnants of the destroyed Grapevine or Alexander's bridges right there across the river that the Union had used previously. And what we will do to simulate that is, as long as they have a division there at fatigue level 0, basically it's kind of hamstringing you from moving any of those, but as long as they sit there, we're going to record every time we get a doubles on the initiative roll, which with the Vassal die roll we seem to get all the time. So this could go pretty quickly. We'll make a mark, and then we have a little matrix here in the rules that, depending on the die roll that Roger will make on the 1d6 versus the total amount of doubles we've had up to that point, whether he's made an attempt or not, then we will consult the reference and see if they are successful in having those engineers hasten their repairs to those bridges. If he does not, well, and that is above and beyond, so you will make that attempt as soon as we get a pair of doubles, and you'll still win the activation, but it does not, you will make that attempt, or not, if you don't wish to. You can still make your normal initiative roll, or normal activation. However, if you do succeed in repairing the bridge, based on the matrix, then either one of those two units from Jackson's or D.H. Hill's corps must make that activation to attempt to cross the bridge or attack or whatever you want to do, but it has to be related to that portion of the Grapevine Bridge. If no attempts are made, or if all attempts are unsuccessful during turn 1, at the end of turn 1, then they're basically going to advance, with a wink and a nod, and say that the engineers finally constructed the bridge and provided, the normal bridge building is available to them. They will construct those bridges during the recovery phase of turn 1. Also should be noted that Ewell is sitting down there at Dispatch Station. Normal bridge rules and construction would apply to him as well. He won't be able to attempt based on the matrix, but at the end of the turn during the recovery phase, provided he's at recovery or at fatigue level 0, he could make an attempt to build a bridge across railroad. Let's see, I've got Union gunboats. That's pretty standard. That just means as Roger approaches the James River here, I can use them to help me defense, to enhance my artillery, should we be battling up against the banks of the river, or if he has a unit adjacent to the James River, then I can make a bombardment attempt, as we've seen before. In turn 1, I, as the Union, will get the first 2 initiatives automatically. However, I can only use elements of the 2nd, which is Sumner, the 3rd, which is Heinzelman, or Franklin 6. So any one of those 3 there facing off against Magruder, those are the only 3 units, or 3 corps, that I can activate. And I may only activate them for individual unit or leader marches, no assaults during this one. So in the last scenario, we saw that they were prescribed to do an opening assault. In this one, they can do movement, but they cannot make an assault, nor can they enter an enemy zone of control. They can exit, which obviously would simulate them trying to get down towards the James, but they cannot re-enter a zone of control for the enemy. And then finally, I will make a reinforcement roll attempt at the end of turn 1 and turn 2 and try to get some folks down there along the James. I have to roll a 2 or more, or I'm sorry, a 2 or... I need to roll a 1. If I roll a 1, then I will get Kimball's brigade, and in a subsequent turn, should I get successful on that one, I will roll another 1 during reinforcement, and I can potentially get Tyler's brigade. So we see down here in the blue circles are the 5 victory point locations. They're Malvern Hill, Hoxell's Landing, and Shirley. And then the 2 big ones down here, we'll hide that. We got Berkeley and Westover. Now those will vary in point values, which we'll talk about here momentarily, but that's what I control. That's ostensibly what Roger is attempting to take away from me. So there will be some not only retreating but racing to the James, I suspect. Let's talk about victory conditions for those particular locations. The 2 big boys, the most valuable locations are Berkeley and Westover. If Roger controls either one of those at the end of the game, then he will get 15 points. Now, he doesn't get 15 points for each one. It's just an either or. So either one of those controlled will get 15 victory points for the Confederacy. If any one of the 3 Malvern Hill, Hoxells, or Shirley is controlled, then that is worth 10 points for the Confederates. However, they are mutually exclusive. You can't get both the 15 points for that and the 10 points for that. So you can only get whatever the best of the 2 is. So if you do get the big enchiladas, then you don't get the subsequent 10 points for the smaller ones. And then he will also get 3 victory points for each one of my infantry divisions that is not within supply line, as we saw in the previous scenario. So in this one, the supply chain has to be 9 hexes or less from a James hex side, and you can see I've marked down here with blue, basically at 1506 there where the overseer cabin is. From that point east along the James, those are all available landings for me. So nothing west or north of that on the James can be used. So starting from that, I have to follow a road, as we saw, and if I can get adjacent to one of my divisions, then it is considered in supply at the end of the game, and it has to be no more than 9 hexes in length. So that is a challenge there to simulate not only preventing the outright defeat of the Union forces, but to at least get them down within supply. Luckily, there are no wagon trains that I have to fret about. And then, as normal, we got +1 and -1 for manpower losses in this one. A Confederate marginal victory, as we said before, Rogers doing heavy lifting on getting the points today, is 10 points. So 10 points is the threshold for a marginal. Essentially, all he has to do is capture Malvern Hill, right? Or do 10 points worth of manpower losses without suffering any. So there's a lot of possibilities for how you can do this. What are your opening thoughts for this one?
I like this scenario just looking at it because it's a chase, obviously, and we don't have. You're doing what I tried to do last week, which is to run to the. Well, I didn't have to run to the James. I had to actually defend, get some units into Richmond as well. But yeah, I think this is going to be fun.
I do too. Especially for 3 turns. I mean, luckily there's not going to be a slow turn, as far as
Yeah,
rain,
if there's a rain turn,
right?
then this would be.
So we don't have to sweat that out. But that's my initial decision right away is fight or flight, right? How long do I try to maintain a rear guard action before getting divisions down there? Because I don't want to. I certainly don't want to give you 3 points per. I mean, all it takes is 3 divisions, and you're knocking on the door, right? So it's going to have to definitely be a fighting withdrawal somehow. And I've never been so concerned over bridge construction in my life.
Now, the attempt for the doubles, there is no fatigue. I just make the attempt and I win.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right.
So
yeah. So they will essentially stay at fatigue level 0, provided you don't do anything else with them, and they can keep making that attempt
okay.
per this. Right. I think we're ready to start here. I don't think I have anything else to mention on this one. I'm not going to do any leader transfers. I mean, I like to go with the scenario setup, so I will decline any of those. Do you have any changes to make?
Well, I'm going to bring Lee south of the river with Magruder.
That changes everything now.
Not really. I'm thinking I might not get this bridge built till the end of turn 1.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, I looked at this map quite a bit and tried to figure out, well, what do I want to do for an opening. So that certainly gives me some pause, something to think about. But I will go ahead and wish you good luck, and I will.
Yep, good luck
thank
to you.
And I will start with my opening 2 free initiatives. So I think the first one I'm going to do is Franklin is going to activate Slocum. And here is his movement. And it's a 4. That's okay, because he's just sliding 1 hex to there. And I think I'll send Franklin with him. Alright, so that's 1. And then the second one here is... So Sumner is going to activate Sedgwick and Meager. Take them to 1. Sedgwick will come out of his entrenchments. And here is their march. Okay, so it did not matter. Meager will go 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, but he's certainly got enough. And then I think now I will just send Sedgwick by himself. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And that is it for my 2 free initiatives. Here we go. Here's our thoughts.
I cannot build bridges there now, right? Correct?
You can still... Well, let's look at the Grapevine Bridge stuff. I think basically what will happen is you're still making the attempt to build, because it even says that as part of the action, you must move 1 or more units across the new bridge or attempt an attack or assault over it. So basically, you would still be making the bridge attempts. And then if it succeeds, then you have to attack across the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So here is our first real initiative. Here we go. And it's mine. All right. I think I'm going to have Nagley go to fatigue level 1. Here's his movement. Wow. Getting all the big rolls now. And he's just going to move to there. Initiative. It's mine again. All right. Let's go ahead and set up the defense of Malvern Hill. Keys will activate Peck and Couch. Take them to 1. Here's their movement. Wow, big 6s. Okay. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to there, and then keys will just go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Now it's yours. Okay, and our first double. So there you go, and you can roll on that and make an attempt.
Okay. I believe I will.
Okay.
Single die. And I can roll ones all night long.
And you have succeeded in building,
or all afternoon long,
right.
I should say.
So you get to pick which one of those. Basically, it's got to go under Jackson or Hill. That's the one free one that you get. Now you don't need to roll on that anymore.
Right. I guess I'll go to do that. And I can do an assault action. Is that correct?
Yes, you can.
So if I fail, which is almost what I wanted to do.
Right.
Yeah, DH Hill is an attempt an assault with Rhodes and Garland. Here's the attempt. 5. So he brings 1 unit into the action. And it'll be Rhodes. So we have a type of +1. Tactical. It's +2 for tactical. Artillery, it's a swamp, so there's no artillery. There's obviously no flank. The ratio is going to be -1. And the bridge makes it -2, or -2 for the river. So I have 3 up and 3 down for a final of a 0.
Yep. Sounds right.
Okay, let's see how we do. We'll roll 2 dice in Union left, Confederate right. And it's a 0.
Okay, so we have repulsed them across the river.
For Rhodes, who was a 10.
It's a 1.
It's a 1D for me.
And a 18 is a D for me.
Initiative. Ooh, ties again. Bring Holmes across the river. There's his movement. 2. Initiative. Mine again. Activate Holmes again. Here's his movement. 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Going on New Market Road. Initiative. Mine again. Magruder's going to activate. Yeah, Magruder, McClaws, Cobb, and Jones. Dr. Jones. And the artillery reserve 1. Here's their movement. 5 + 1 is a 6. Artillery reserve is going to go first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Cobb's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And Dr. Jones is going to go 1 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Okay. As many as I like. We'll have Porter activate the entirety of the 5th and the 2 artillery reserves. Here's their march. 5. So we'll send horse artillery first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do that for a moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just move these guys as a group. 1, 2, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. Yours.
Gonna activate Holmes. His movement. 3, extended march. 2, so he's okay. 2, 3. I'm gonna force march Holmes. He's gonna flip. Here's his force march roll. 2, so he loses manpower. Gonna go to White's Tavern. Initiative. It's mine again. Gonna activate Holmes one more time. Here's his movement. 2. And here's his extended march. It's a 2, so he's okay. He's just gonna go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Heinzelman activate Carney and Hooker. Here's their movement. 3. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Initiative. Mine again, as many as I want. Do Carney and Hooker again with Heinzelman. Here is their march. We'll have them go 1, 2, and go there. Initiative. Mine again with 1. Summoner will activate Richardson. Here's the movement. 4. So he'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Mine again with 2. Summoner will activate Meager and Richardson. Here's their movement. 4. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Meager goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Wow. Okay.
Let me know when you're.
Yeah, I
Right.
will. When I get parched and need a drink.
Just makes any sort of plans I had for stopping you heading south seems
That's
to be
right.
just going right through the.
Okay, so better get Franklin and Smith moving now. So here's their movement. They go fatigue, and they get 2. So they'll go 1, 2. Go 1, 2. Initiative. Man, okay. This could be quick.
6s too.
Yeah, I know, right?
And 5s.
Yeah, let's clear the path here. Meager and Richardson, their summoner, will go to fatigue level 3. So here's their march. So 3. Extended march for Richardson first. +1. He's okay. So 1, 2, 3. And Meager. Here's his extended. He's okay. 1, 2, 3. Alright, initiative. It's now yours.
Okay, we'll activate Dr. Jones. It's his movement. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. Wow, mine again. Okay. Jackson will activate Whiting and Winder. Their movement. Nice. Kind of unnecessary. And go min move there. Winder's going to go 1. He has plenty to join that big stack. Jackson on top. Initiative. Mine with a tie. Jackson's going to attempt to assault with Winder. Here's the attempt. 4, so it does come off. So this is going to be a type +1, tactical +2. The ratio is covered. Artillery doesn't count. The bridge is a -2. So this looks like a +1 final because there is no flank.
Right.
I think that's it. +1 final. See if we can get Cedric out of the way. I don't.
That's +2.
+2. Spend all morning looking at the other way. It's just head.
All right, so I can retreat 2 to 4. I got a 12, so it's a 1 DR for me.
18 on a +2 is a 1 DA for me.
Okay, so we exchange. And he's going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4.
In advance, Winder's going to advance. Jackson's going to go with him. Initiative. Yours with a 6.
Take the opportunity to get Franklin out of there. So they will go to the next fatigue. So Slocum will have an extended march. Here is their movement. It is 5. Okay. So we'll start with Slocum. Actually, Franklin will transfer to Smith. We'll send Slocum first. Here's his extended march now of +1. He's okay. So he'll go 1, 2. We got a bottleneck.
That's what caught him almost got him in the real war.
Yep. Alright, so let's get him out of the way. Put him to there. And then Franklin, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Initiative. Mine again, another 6. We'll just do Slocum with Smith. Or with Franklin, rather. So he'll go to 4. Here's his movement. It's 2. Here's his extended march of +2 now. So he's going to lose 1. Maybe 2 on a 7. 7. And yeah, he's going to lose 2 manpower. And he is just going to go. He'll join Cedric. Okay. Initiative. It's mine. 2 units. Let's get Franklin out of there. Or not Franklin. Heinzelman. Take them to fatigue level 3. Here's their march. Big march. Alright. Hooker first. Here's his extended march. He's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Carney, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. It's yours.
Jackson's going to activate Whiting. Here's his movement. It's a 3. Great. Just great. He's only going to get to go 1 hex because that's a swamp hex. Initiative. Hey, mine again. Jackson will activate Whiting again. Here's his march. 6. Here's his extended march roll. 4. He's okay. 1 to there. 2 to there. He's going to make a prepared attack against Nagley.
Poor Nagley.
So it's a type of a +1. Tactical, I think, is a +3. Artillery is, let's see, is that a swamp hex again?
It is provisional,
So
yeah. Yep.
Artillery doesn't matter. There's no flank because I don't have a Zoc. Or is there a flank? Let's see. I've got all six.
You got 5 covered because you don't have
I don't have a Zoc.
1927. Yeah. So
Yeah.
and 18 or 1727 and 1826 will come off. So yeah, it's a 0.
Yeah. So the final is a +4.
All right. That's what he gets for bridge duty.
Okay, here we go.
Ooh.
+1 result.
Yes, indeed.
7. It's a 1D for me.
Okay, and just a D for me. And he will take a voluntary retreat of 1,
He
2.
can go 4 hexes or
Yeah,
6
he
hexes.
can go up to 4.
Well, initiative, yours.
Okay. Yeah, Sumner will take Richardson and Meager to 4. And here's their march. It's a 5. Richardson first, extended march now +2. He's going to flip. And they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll stop there. And then Meager 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, initiative. It's yours.
Okay, DH Hill's going to activate Garland. Here's his march. He's going to get to go 1 hex to here. Initiative. George with a 6.
Okay.
See, my strategy is to tire you out.
Of course. Right.
You're going to get everybody down and they're going to be tired. That's my strategy.
Might as well just keep moving Hooker and Carney. So they'll go to 4. Here's their march. Okay. Right. Hooker first. Here's his extended +2. He's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then Carney, extended march +2. He's going to flip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, initiative. It's yours.
Longstreet will activate Anderson and Pickett. Here's their movement. 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Who needed Grapevine Bridge? I mean, really.
Yeah, no kidding.
Talk about your fool's gold in your scenarios.
Initiative. Mine again. Activate Longstreet will activate Anderson and Pickett. Their movement. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. He needs 4 to get in there, so he cannot get into that hex. I'm going to move him down to Fisher's Ford. Initiative. Mine. Initiatives. AP Hill's going to activate Greg Anderson and Branch. Here's his movement. 4. Anderson first. 1, 2, 3, 4. Branch. 1, 2, 3. Greg. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Initiative. Yours.
Activate Sykes. Here's their movement. It's 3, 1, 2. Initiative. Mine again. Activate the horse artillery. Here's their movement. It's 3. I think they'll just join Keys there. Malvern Hill. Initiative. Yours.
Recruiter's going to activate McClaw's Artillery Reserve 1, Cobb, and Artillery Reserve 2. Here's their movement. It's 6. 1, 2, 5, 6. Cobb's going to go 1, 2, 5. He'll stop there. Artillery Reserve 1, 2, 4, 5 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Horse artillery activate. And here's their march. 3. Here's their extended +1. Okay. And they'll just slide in there with Sykes. Initiative. Mine again. Keys will activate artillery 1 and 2. Here's their movement. It's minimum 2. 1, 2 to there. And just a minimum to there. Initiative. It's yours.
Gonna activate Huger.
Not Huger.
Yep. He's gonna be my MVP.
He's the savior of Richmond.
Here we go. Here's his movement. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. It's yours for the 4.
We'll have 1 artillery reserve. Yeah, first artillery reserve go to 3. Here's their movement. And here's their extended. And they will flip. But that's okay. They're just going right to there. Initiative. Yours.
Activate Huger again. Here's his movement. 2. 1, 2. Initiative. Mine. Activate Ransom. His movement. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. It's yours with a 6.
We'll have keys activate Peck to 2. There's their movement. 5. Go 1, 2, 3 to there. Initiative. Yours.
Activate Ransom again. Here's his movement. He is a min 2, right?
He does have a min 2, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He's going to go there. 1, 2, or 1 hex. Doesn't matter. Initiative. Mine. Okay. AP Hill is going to activate all 3 of his divisions. Here's their movement. 4. 1, 2. 2, 3, 4. 4. Initiative. Mine. Day 1, right? We got 2 more days.
Two more days, yeah.
I'm gonna activate the Artillery Reserve 2. Take him to fatigue 2, and he's just gonna do a min move to Longstreet Hex. Initiative. Yours.
I think I will pass.
I'm going to pass as well.
Okay. So I'm going to recover in the sunshine. The only thing I'm going to have to undo is ferry, but I think everything else will work fine. So here we go. Recovering. Perfect. Ewell has an attempt to build a bridge there, if you'd like.
Yes, that is the... Yes, we are going to attempt to build a bridge. I think there's a +1 on my die roll because it's unfordable. And I have to have 5 or less to be successfully built, or less. So we're going to try to build a pontoon bridge.
Yeah.
So here we go. A +1 on this die roll, I need 5 or less.
There you go.
So I have a bridge, and
Destroyed
we're going to
bridge,
go
and
right there.
there you go. All right, so now I'm making an attempt for my reinforcement. I need a 1. I do not get it. So we will advance the turn marker to turn 2. And any leader transfers? I think I'm going to move Sumner up to Sedgwick. Let's move Porter up to McCall now with McClellan. Yeah, okay. That is all for me.
I'm going to move Lee to Longstreet.
Yes. The woods and the swamps are going to be quite smoky today, I think.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think everybody else is more or less where they need to be.
Okay, turn 2. What will turn 2 hold in store for us? So far, really different. I mean, I didn't expect as many initiatives as I got, and I didn't expect to get as many initiatives with 6s that I got, nor did the movements could have been a little better, but I think that was offset by the amount of initiatives that I got. So I'm grateful that I've gotten this far anyway.
Yeah, I don't really have a plan now. I just counted how many hexes. 9 goes pretty far up.
It does. I was literally just doing the same thing too. I was like, oh, okay. Now it's if I read it right, it just has to go adjacent to that division. It looks like I'm in a pretty good spot for most of those guys. Now I can concentrate on a fighting defense, I suppose. So we'll see. We'll see if I can accomplish that. But I am still concerned about the precarious nature of the White Oak Swamp up there, which historically was more or less what happened. They got in an entanglement up there, and that slowed everything down. So, all right. So we've done our leader transfers. Here is the first initiative. It is mine with a 1 unit. We'll have Sumner activate Sedgwick and get him out of there. Here's their movement. It is 4. Here's the extended march now. +1. He's okay. So he goes 1, 2, 3. We'll stop there and hold that position. Okay, initiative. It's yours.
Jackson's going to activate Whiting and Ewell. Whiting is going to require an extended march. Winder's going to require an extended march, and Ewell will not. Here's their movement. It's a 4. Here is Whiting's extended march. He's okay with 2. So he's going to go 1. It's a restricted ZOC, so he can continue to here. 2. Ewell's going to go 1, 2, 3. And finally, Winder, his extended march is a 1, so he's okay. He can go 1, 2. That's it for that initiative. Mine was a 6. Okay. Yeah, we're going to attempt an assault with Longstreet with Pickett on Slocum. Actually, we will include the artillery reserve too. Not for the artillery, surprisingly enough, but for the manpower to cover the ratio. So here's the attempt. Comes off, and we're now going to, Lee is going to attempt a grand assault. 2, so it does come off. And so he's going to bring in Ewell also. So we have a type of a +1, a tactical of a +2, a Lee bonus for a +1, a ratio of a +1, and a flank of a +2. Artillery doesn't count because we're in a woods area. So I have 3, 4, 5, +7 for a final.
Gosh.
Watch me get a 1-6 split.
Don't say it, man.
Here we go. +7 final.
All right.
Almost, but
Ah,
+7 result. That could have been significantly better, but
so
we'll
plus
take it.
7 on 12 is, I'm going to lose 3 DR. Wow. Okay.
I
So
bought in 13 plus 13 is 26.
what do you get from that?
I just get
26.
an advance.
Okay. So we're going to lose 3. 1, 2, 3. They are fatigued out completely and demoralized. So demoralize 1, right? 7. Yes. All right. So they're going to have to go. They're going to go 4 to 6 hexes. First one has to be out of zone. So that's there. And then there is no road, so farther away. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The hex is yours.
I can advance, and I will advance everybody into that hex. Okay, initiative. It's mine with double twos. Longstreet's going to activate Picket and the artillery reserve 2 again. Their movement. Go. It's going to go 1 hex to there. Lee. Initiative. Wow, 3 doubles in a row. We're going to attempt with Longstreet an assault on Nagley with the artillery reserve 2 and with Pickett. Here's the attempt. It's a 2. Well, it does come off. So this is going to be a type of a +1 again. Tactical, I think Longstreet's going to give it a +3. Yep. Lee bonus of a +1. Artillery, I'm going to bring in 6, 7 guns to your 2 on, is that rough terrain? So that's no effect. And the creek is a -1. And the ratio is 13 to 3, which is 4 to 1, so the ratio is +3. 8 up, 1 down for another +7 assault.
Mm. Okay, plus 8.
+8 result. Good thing
So a 2 DR on that one, and they're double demoralized. And they will go.
I just had an A for me. Okay, initiative. It's yours with a 4.
So Sumner will activate Sedgwick. Here's their movement. It's a 3. Here's their extended march +1. Okay. 1, 2. And can't let you have the mill crossroads, so we got to go to there. 3. Initiative. It's yours.
Jackson's going to activate Ewell and Winder. Here's their movement. It's a 3. Winder's going to go 1, 2. Jackson's going to transfer to Ewell. And is that a legal room move? You can do 1 hex that way?
Sure can.
Okay. Initiative. It's yours with a 5.
All right. That is writing on the wall there. Franklin will increase his fatigue. And on Smith, here's their movement. It's a 6, so not like they have tremendous options. So they will just go to there and stop. Initiative, yours.
Arch Anderson will activate. Here's his movement. It's a 2, 1, 2. Initiative. Mine. Time I'll activate Anderson with Longstreet. It's his movement. 2 again. 1, 2. Initiative. Mine. We'll activate Anderson again. Fatigue 3. Here's his movement. 2. He's just do a min move to here. Oh, I need to do extended march on him. Okay. Initiative. Yours with a 4.
Gotta make an attempt, I suppose.
I put Anderson in harm's way for sure.
That's right. Okay, so we will send Sedgwick to 4. See if they can seize the opportunity. Here's an assault attempt with Sumner, and it comes off. So this is my first attack, I think, of the game, isn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Alright, so I got +1 assault, +1 tactical, and I've got artillery covered, and looks like a 5 covered. So +2 for that. So it looks like we've got a +4 attack on our assault roll. So here we go. Union left. And it's +4.
1 DR for me.
Okay. And 1 FA for me.
It's going to be an interesting retreat. I think I'm going to lose some more manpower.
1831 is your highest priority first, right? And then 1830 is yeah, there you go. So
there's no manpower loss.
There's no manpower loss because there's no Zoc yet.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4.
We each took 1 loss on that. So here's the next initiative. It's yours.
Jackson's going to activate Whiting. Here's his movement. Extended march. Oh, he's going to lose a manpower. 1, 2, 3. Initiative. Mine was a 6. Oh, I'm going to activate Holmes. Here's his movement. 3. Extended march. A 6. So he's going to go... He just loses 1 manpower then. He can move 3. 2 to there. Initiative. It's yours with a 4.
Franklin will activate Smith. Here's his movement. 2. Here, no extended march. So he'll just go to there. Initiative, yours.
AP Hill will activate Anderson, Gregg, and Branch. Here's their movement. 6. Hill will transfer to Gregg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Branch is going to go 1, 2, 4, 5. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Initiative. Yours was a 3.
Porter will activate McCall and Artillery Reserve 2. Here's their march. It's 4. So Artillery Reserve 2 will go 1, 2. And then Porter and McCall will go there and make a normal attack on Whiting. So I think it's just going to be +1 for tactical, +3 for 4 to 1 for ratio. 1 piece of artillery, or I've got +1 artillery, so go ahead and roll for yours in rough.
Not used.
It is not used. Okay. What do we got for flanks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 comes off for Lee.
Mm-hmm.
So +1 flank. So +5. Here we go. Union +5. And it's +5. So
3 is a 1 DR.
1 DR. And I've got 14. So just an end action for me.
Gets to retreat 4 to 6 hexes. So go 1. No, he's got to go further away. 2, 3, 4. Hex is yours if you want it.
No, we'll stay where we are. And McClellan should have gone with him. Initiative. It's mine. I'm going to pass.
Yeah, I think I gotta try to get you out of the mill, and I gotta do that now, I think. So I'm walking into a trap. So, yeah, we're gonna attempt an assault with Longstreet, Pickett, Artillery Reserve 2 on Sumner and Sedgwick. Here's the attempt. Does not come off. Pro initiative.
That is a game changer right there.
I've committed Hill to that was putting him in that spot. Whew. You have a very good defensive alignment set up.
Thank you.
Got everybody in supply now. Not you're awfully close.
Yeah, just the forward line there. Franklin, McClellan, and Porter, Sumner. They're the only ones that need to move a little bit.
Yeah, a couple hexes back. I don't have any way to get behind them. I wanted to clear the mill and then maybe make a run around your whole flank there. At least force you to worry about it. Okay. Well, shoot. I think I just have to activate AP Hill, Greg, Branch, Anderson. I don't think I got any choice but to carry this plan out. Here's our movement. There we go. That's going to be 1, 2. So Branch is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Anderson's going to go 1, 2, 3. See, that's 15 plus 2 plus another 1. I rolled it. Oh, he does have enough to get there. Initiative. This could be bad. Oh, I got it.
It could still be bad. It's just different degree.
Yeah, it's a different kind of bad. Is
It's
what you're
different.
saying?
It's a controllable bad. Right.
For me to get oh, 7 plus 14 is 21. Yeah, 16 there.
This is what I like to call the briar patch, because whatever you do, you're involuntarily throwing me into that briar patch, which is okay.
Yeah.
And they say there are no great choices in this game, huh?
Yeah. So yeah, I think the day's running short. I'm taking so long to make the decision. I'm gonna attempt a core assault with Hill, and I'm gonna go after McCall and the Artillery Reserve 2, Porter and McClellan. And I'm gonna go in with all three. No, I'm only going in with gotta go in with everybody. Dang it. The high risk, low reward attack. Here's the attempt. 3. So all 3 do get to come in. So you have 16. So I've got the ratio covered. Artillery is 5 guns to your 8. It's a -3, so artillery is a -1. The type is a +1. Tactical is a +1. There's no flank. There's no terrain. I should get a McClellan bonus, but I don't.
Yeah. He's got a big target on him.
So the final is a +1. That's what I see.
Artillery down, type up, tactical up. Yep, that's what I see.
Okay, here we go. +1.
Look at that.
Got a +3 out of it.
Somebody is looking out for you. Okay, +3, and I've got 16.
Yeah, it's 1 DR. I went in with all 3, so it's 15 plus 14. 2 manpower losses.
2 to 1. Okay. So I go up 1, you go up 2. That brings it a little closer. So I'll take it off of McCall. Oh, they will go 1. Put them there. That hex is yours if you'd like it.
Yeah, they're going into that hex. Okay. They're also AP Hill's also done for the day. Okay. Initiative. It's yours with a 6.
Right. Smith will go to 3. Here's his movement. It's 2. Extended march, +1. He's okay. I think we'll just go to there. Initiative, yours.
DH Hill will activate roads and Garland. Here's their movement. 2, 1, 2. There's Rhodes extended march. 5. He's actually okay. 1, 2. Initiative. Mine again. Activate Dr. Jones. Here's his movement. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Initiative. Yours with a 6.
I believe I will pass.
Gonna activate Hugere. His movement. 5. 1, 2. Initiative. Mine with a 4. Activate Dr. Jones with Magruder. Here's his movement. 2, 1, 2. Initiative. Yours with a 4.
I'll pass again.
Magruder will activate Cobb and Dr. Jones. So here's the movement. 3. Here's Jones's extended march. 2. He's okay. So he's going to go 1 to there. And Cobb is just going to go 1 to there. And Magruder's going to transfer to them. Initiative. Mine with a 4. Can activate the artillery reserve 1 with Magruder. Here's its movement. It's a 6. 1, 2, 3. Despite having a 6, it's not going to have enough to get into that hex because that's a woods hex with a bunch of guys in it. Initiative. Mine with a 6 will take artillery reserve 1 to fatigue 2, and he's just going to do a min move to there. Initiative. Mine with a 3. DH will activate Garland and Rhodes. Their movement. 2. 1 there. Here's Rhodes extended march. Actually, it doesn't matter. Rhodes extended march. 5. He's going to lose a manpower. He's going to do a min move to there. Okay, initiative. Mine with a 4. Activate Holmes. 4. Extended march. 2. He's okay. He's just going to go 1, 2 to there. Initiative. Yours with a 4.
I'll pass.
Okay. Ransom. His movement. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll stop right there. Initiative. Mine. Ransom will go to fatigue 2. He's just going to make a min move to there. Initiative. Yours with a 4.
Just kind of want to see how what's going to happen here, I'm going to pass. You've been rolling 6s all day long. This is the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to attempt a core assault with Magruder activating Jones, Cobb, and the artillery reserve. I think I need the guns. Okay, here's the attempt. It does not come off. Initiative. It's mine with a 1. I'm going to pass.
I will pass as well.
Okay.
We hit recover. So I will get another attempt at reinforcement. So here we go. Hey, look at that. I got a reinforcement. So I get Kimball. And we advance the turn marker to turn 3.
Okie dokie.
So I got successfully got Kimball as a reinforcement.
Mm-hmm.
And I've advanced the turn marker. So we are now officially on turn 3. as we do each and every time, we will look at the VP standings at the moment. Right now, you are winning the manpower losses by 1, so you have 1 victory point for that. With obviously something, the big push, going to happen on Malvern Hill, I suspect. So let's do some leader transfers. I think I'm going to leave everybody where they are. I think McClellan's in a good spot. Sumner and Franklin need to move their units. So, yeah, I will stand pat.
Okay. I'm going to transfer Lee down to Magruder.
It came to me in a dream. I saw that happen.
Yeah, no kidding. Kind of, again, this might be very historically accurate. That attack was a hodgepodge collection of stuff.
Yes, it was. That's right. Mishmash on the hill.
And it was certainly a disjointed attack if there ever was one. So that's it for me. I think.
Right.
Oh, let me check. Actually, let me take one more look. Jackson. Yeah, Longstreet might as well stay where he is. Hill's got everybody together in one big spot. Yeah, Franklin's in there with 20. Golly. Sumner's the rock of the mill. Okay, yeah, that's all I'm going to do.
All right, why don't you, have you do the honors for the first initiative, last turn. Here we go.
Here we go.
It is yours.
Tie. Okay, Magruder is going to activate Cobb. Here's the attempt at the core assault. Comes off. Robert Lee's hodgepodge staff, inexperienced, will attempt a grand assault. Ooh, he gets to bring in as many hexes as he wants, but it's just going to be... So you have 19 guys. I have to bring in so many guys to cover the artillery that I got to bring in... I might as well just bring in everybody to cover both the artillery and the ratio.
Right. Which is that scary hodgepodge that you talked about, which is going to put you into this very punitive column.
Yeah.
35, 42, 44 manpower.
Which is...
ugly.
Catastrophic if I win, almost.
Yeah.
On the other hand, it does pick up 10 points.
Right.
Which, but the manpower probably throws me below. Well, I'm not going to cut off anymore. You just can retreat easily enough, and it's like, so I need to get those 10 points. So I think I got to bring in everybody. The type is a +1. Tactical, probably not that hodgepodge. I'm going to guess is a wash.
Yep.
Artillery, I think now I have covered. 15 to 10 is a +5. No, it's a +1 with a die roll on rolling. So here's my attempt at an artillery. Get artillery. Wow. Okay. Artillery is a +1. Ratio is a +1. Lee is a +1. I see this as a final of a +4.
Wow. Should be like an uphill negative modifier or something.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised it wasn't rough terrain instead of just rolling. +4.
What's a +3?
+3 result. On 44 manpower is a 3 FA for me.
Okay, and I've got
double FA.
2, because I got 19, so 2 DR to 3 FA. So, all right, that's gonna put me there, and you there. So we're both tied at 10 manpower losses now.
Didn't disorganize, at least.
Yeah, that's going to make a counterattack tricky at best. And keys will go 1,
Cobb.
2.
Jones will lose manpower. Moves into that hex with the stack. Initiative.
That's a good attack.
Well, it turned out. It could have been.
It could have been.
I mean, it's pretty amazing. I was able to string together all those fatigue, or not, modifiers to just barely get over the top. Initiative.
Okay.
Yours with a 5.
Mine with 2 units. You've got now 44 units in there.
I lost some manpower, so I think.
Oh yeah, 41. Yeah, down to 41. But you brought everybody in. All right.
And lots of artillery. Let's see. That puts me
Puts you right at 10
10.
plus my
Wow.
2 that are outside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, I guess Franklin technically is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, he's okay. Sumner's the only one that's out, so you're looking at 13 right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's going to come down to a counterattack, so timing is everything. And I have to presume I'm not going to get a string of initiatives here. So, alright, let's get Sumner out of there. I'm not Sedgwick. So, Sumner activates Sedgwick. Here's his march. Here's his extended march, +1. He's okay. So, he can only go to there. But that prevents shenanigans right up front. Initiative. Mine again. Let's do them again. Here's their march. That's 4. Extended march now +2. He's okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Okay. So he's all right now. All right. So initiative. It's mine again. Okay.
Yeah, you might want to bank on getting a string of initiatives. You've had those.
Ah,
You've had those today.
that's true. All right. Morel is going to activate. He's going to lose his entrenchments. He's going to march there. He's going to just slide into there. Initiative. It's yours.
Jackson's going to activate Ewell and Winder. Here's their movement. So 3. Ewell, Jackson's going with him. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Winder's going to go 1, 2. Initiative. Mine. I'll activate Ewell and Winder again. Jackson. Their movement. 5. Ewell's extended march. He's okay. They're going to go 1 to there. Here's Winder's extended march. 5. He's okay. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Initiative. It's mine. Gonna activate R.H. Anderson. Here's his movement. To 6. 2, 3, 4. Initiative. Yours with a 6.
Okay. Got to take a shot while I can before Jackson relieves. So this could be all that she wrote. So I'm going to activate McCall and Morel and the artillery for an assault on Malvern Hill. A counterattack! Here we go. And it's with Porter, so here we go. Here's the command roll, and it does not come off. Initiative. Okay. Under the stern gaze of the little Napoleon, they will go to fatigue level 3 and try again. Here's the command. And one of them must go in. Damn it all, man. Alright, so Morel goes in. This is going to be pretty ugly, and this is probably our last initiative of the game, because I can't imagine that, unless I take the hill, I'm going to have anything to counter with. So +1 assault. And we can attempt a grand assault here momentarily. Let me see what my numbers are. 17. So you've got 40.
41.
41. So that's minus. It's 1 to 3. So -2. Charging. Face full of cannon. And you've got lots of artillery, right, on rolling, which is going to be. I've got 4, and you've got 15.
7, 9. Yes, 15.
Okay, so it's a -2. Wow. So -2 already, -2 for ratio. I've got a +1 final flank, I think, when all is said and done, because I've got all 4 surrounded with Zoc, but all of them will come off with a minimum of +1, right?
Hmm.
So I really needed to. I guess I have to go for the Grand Assault and see if I can cover the ratio, or at least get better, because right now I'm at a -2. So McClellan will attempt a Grand Assault. Here it goes. And no dice. So history is completely turned. So it's a -2 assault. Here we go. And it is a -4. So that, I believe, is going to be the game. -4 on 17 is a 2D. And no, nothing on you. So do that. 2 land losses. Dun dun. Flip. 2 losses. Now, if I'm just playing this out, logistics here, I think what's going to happen is, unless I get a string of initiatives, and I bring perhaps Peck in and get the Grand Assault attempt again, which I'm willing to try, but if you get even 1 fatigue or 1 initiative, I presume Jackson's going to go in there, maybe wind or 2, and just make it worse. And I'm just going to be digging a deeper hole. Would you concur with that assessment?
Yeah, that was the idea. I wanted to see if that Porter's assault failed, and if it did, then I
Right.
was gonna
Right. I mean,
reinforce with Jackson. I was holding those fatigues back if I needed to counter your counter.
right. The other possibility is if I were to get the next initiative, Franklin could make an assault on Jackson. Across the creek. Could be ugly. Again, suffering a lot of losses potentially, but might get Jackson out of there. So I'm going to roll the initiative and see what happens. And we can presume if you win the initiative that's all she wrote. So here we go. Here's the initiative, and it is yours. So I would be willing to say that's game. What would you say?
Yeah, if you're willing to stop, I think certainly my experience is at this point I would just start giving manpowers away like crazy.
Exactly, exactly, and you know how I love to do that. But I mean, when I look at all the other variables, we've got all the other divisions are safe within their supply. I can't imagine you're going to waste time trying to get Longstreet or AP Hill through Bradley's Mill around them. I mean, if you
No,
were particularly sadistic, maybe. But once you got Malvern Hill, that's game set match. I think the counterattack failed because McClellan is like, "Oh no, I'm not going to be held responsible for this. No." Uh,
I guess you could try. Well, no, Keys is at fatigue
well,
3.
what I would do is activate Peck with keys
Oh,
and
Peck with Keys. Yeah,
transfer
Peck.
over and potentially move them in. But again, it takes a string of that's a lot of setup, and you're just like, haha, King of the Hill, pile more people up on the hill, and for the Union, that doesn't bode well when you have a command structure that's very timid. So yeah, I think if we're looking at this, I will pass and presume you're well you yes you won the initiative, so yes.
Yeah, I pass. Yeah.
Okay. So final then here is presuming it stands as it is. I've got 12 losses to your 10, so -2 for that, or +2 in your favor. Plus you have Malvern Hill, so that's 10. So you've got 12 victory points, and everyone's in supply, so that was not a factor.
Yeah.
So that is if we're looking at the chart here, I believe a Confederate
Marginal.
marginal. Yeah. So great scenario. What a fun way to end that up, because I I was on the edge of my seat the whole time until until you took Malvern Hill, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, that was what I was going to try the first day was to try to get some units south of you, but then you just ran the table on initiatives, and then
Yeah.
the second day I was going to try to force my way through the mill, and hopefully go through Bradley's mill and make a run all the way down to Westover, go for the big 15 points, and
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
made no headway there, and My
Right.
last chance was to put together that cobbled together crappy force, and they did the job.
Lee is sitting there like Hannibal Smith, going, "I love it when a plan comes together," with his cigar,
Yeah,
um, shooting cabbage guns off of the hill. Yeah, it was an embarrassment of riches there for my movement on the first day, to the point where I was overly cautious, like, "Oh, it's not supposed to be going this well," you know.
yeah.
But I got fortunate to hold DH Hill there from that first assault across. That could have, if you had punched through right there, that would have been really ugly right from the beginning. But um, yeah,
Well,
I was able to
as you
get out.
said, that may be fool's gold. The thing to do, maybe to, and I think that's what happened historically, is they pulled out and crossed that bridge at 1204, 1205. I think that's
Right.
what they did historically, was they marched back around.
Hmm.
I think, or Jackson maybe built a bridge or something. I can't remember. I just read that book. I should remember.
Yeah, you and me both. Well, congratulations. That was a great assault up Malvern Hill. So you changed history. Lee got up there and uh, and did it well. And McClellan just looked down from the bottom of the hill, going, "Nah, it's not worth it."
Well, I mean, even historically, the Union retreated after the attack. So,
Exactly, exactly. So, hey, you know, well, great. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this little trip down history lane. And as always, we value your feedbacks and comments down there in the comment section. That's what it's there for. And if you could take a moment to click the like button, that tells us you like what's going on here, and subscribe so you'll see these things as they come out. But yeah, I'm excited to flip sides and see what I can do, if I can do so well with the Confederates. And this was great. I think it clocked in at officially 2.5 hours before editing, so we'll probably get it down to under an hour and a half, maybe.
yeah, there was definitely some pauses on my part.
Now, you and me
So,
both. You and me both. But thank you, everybody, for joining us here today. Roger, thanks for a fun weekend, of course.
well,
And
thank you, Patrick, for another great game.
next week we got to start talking about where we go from here after we
Oh,
finish
that's
this
right.
module. Yeah.
That's
So
right. This is the last time.
yes. So come on back next week. Stick around and chime in on what you think we should do for our next module. I think we have some ideas, but we want to hear your feedback nonetheless. So
Yes.
have a great week, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Take care.